After apparently a 4-year investigation, the Sunday Times dropped an expose on actor and comedian Russell Brand. In it, they detail 4 women's stories that allege criminal behavior against the actor. Horrific stuff that actor Russell Brand is vehemently denying. He denied all the allegations in a video that he posted to YouTube before the allegations even dropped, blaming the mainstream media for attempting to shut him down due to his recent political beliefs. Obviously, this has divided the internet, and it's only going to get uglier. Welcome to Popcorn Planet. I am Andy Signor, and what surprised me most about this story wasn't the people just rushing to condemn Russell Brand. It was the people that rushed to defend Russell Brand. Honestly, I feel like we just need more information before we actually decide who to believe in this one, because I do believe some of these allegations seem credible. If they are verified, Russell Brand absolutely has some questions to answer, in my opinion. And it was kind of shocking to see so many people rush to his defense before they could even read the piece. I mean, guys, due process has to go both ways. Let me go through what we know so far. I want to break it down. Here is the video Russell Brand posted first.
Hello there, you Awakening Wonders. Now, this isn't the usual type of video we make on this channel where we critique, attack, and undermine the news in all its corruption, because in this story, I am the news. I've received 2 extremely disturbing letters, or a letter and an email, one from a mainstream media TV company, one from a newspaper, listing a litany of extremely egregious and aggressive attacks, as well as some pretty stupid stuff like my community festival should be stopped, that I shouldn't be able to attack mainstream media narratives on this channel. But
I didn't see that in the article, for the record.
Amidst this litany of astonishing, rather baroque attacks are some very serious allegations that I absolutely refute. These allegations pertain to the time when I was working in the mainstream, when I was in the newspapers all the time, when I was in the movies, and as I've written about extensively in my books, I was very, very promiscuous. Now, during that time of promiscuity, the relationships I had were absolutely always consensual. I was always transparent about that then, almost too transparent. And I'm being transparent about it now as well. And to see that transparency metastasized into something criminal that I absolutely deny makes me question, is there another agenda at play? Particularly when we've seen coordinated media attacks before, like with Joe Rogan when he dared to take a medicine that the mainstream media didn't approve of. And we saw a spate of headlines from media outlets across the world using the same language. I'm aware that you guys have been saying in the comments for a while, watch out, Russell, they're coming for you, you're getting too close to the truth. Russell Brand did not kill himself. I know that a year ago there was a spate of articles, Russell Brand's a conspiracy theorist, Russell Brand's right wing. I'm aware of news media making phone calls, sending letters to people I know for ages and ages. It's been clear to me, or at least it feels to me, like there's a serious and concerted agenda to control these kind of spaces and these kind of voices. And I mean my voice along with your voice. I don't mind them using my books and my stand-up to talk about my promiscuous, consensual conduct in the past. What I seriously refute are these very, very serious criminal allegations. Also, it's worth mentioning that there are witnesses whose evidence directly contradicts the narratives that these 2 mainstream media outlets are trying to construct, apparently in what seems to me to be a coordinated attack.
Okay, well, I'm waiting for that evidence. I am still, before I can defend or condemn. I just have no opinion right now. I'm waiting for that evidence. It still hasn't come.
Now, I don't want to get into this any further because of the serious nature of the allegations, but I feel like I'm being attacked, and plainly they are working very closely together. We are obviously going to look into this matter because it's very, very serious. In the meantime, I want you to stay close, stay awake, but more important than any of that, if you can, please stay free.
Stay free. Now look, he's saying a lot of things that are true. That's the problem here, right? Because he's right. The mainstream media likes to attack people. It's done it to me. It does it to a lot of people. It's done it to a lot of people we've defended, right? We have to be careful in these stories. Of course, we have to always presume innocence. That's how it works. And that's what should be happening here. However, some of this stuff does seem legit. And when he says he was always, I've never, ever done anything non-consensually. I mean, Russell, like, be careful, man, because it's right out in plain sight. I mean, dude, I have the clip right here. I thought I did. It's here. Here it is. Sorry. Here's a clip where he's just with a reporter and everyone's just laughing like, oh, she loved it.
Took your eye off the road because things was getting a bit fruity out there. All right, Liz,
We
goodbye.
were. Yeah, thank you.
Well, it's been really a wonderful experience. See you later, Liz.
Russell.
All right, take care.
Russell. I can undo your bra just like this. Liz, I love you.
Look, was she okay with it? I don't know. Did she have to pretend to be okay with it? Maybe, but you don't do that. Guys, you don't do that. But that was sort of the person he's talking about. The mainstream media is trying to get him for. I mean, how is that okay? I don't get it. And that's just like one of many that I think are going to come forward, and probably other similar stories where he did that. And to me, it seems like he's using the promiscuity as an excuse to do what he wants. And the reality is, what if some of these women are being honest? He needs to face this. Right out the gate, his credibility is now a little shot for me because I'm like, dude. Plus, did he know the accusations before they came out? I don't know. Here's the other thing that most people... Now, look, this piece has 4 women's accounts detailed, and I have to be careful, guys. I'm going to put a link to the story in the description where you can all read it. I got a version you can all read in there. Do yourself the homework and read it first before you make any decisions. Go look at it. I'm going to summarize the most important one. There were several. There's several in here, 4 of them. However, there's one I really want to focus on that to me is the most damning evidence, right? Because I like evidence. We all should be on evidence. And that's with the woman, her name in this story, they used a fake name, was Nadia. Now, when Nadia posted her story and told about this story, she shared a text message. Now, in the story, she shares more, but the text message that was shared by, it's right here, was supplied by the graphic Times. Clearly, sorry, you guys can't see that, I realize. Hold on, let me make sure. This graphic was clearly provided or created by the Times. Now, because of that, and because this weird copy looks blurry, everyone just immediately rushed to say, fake, see, it was a hit piece, it's a fake text. Now, if you had read the piece, it wasn't just the text. They made it clear that they verified the text. And look, I am going to give the Times here a little bit more of the benefit of the doubt, because if they really are doing all this egregiously with faking text and all of this, well, then it's a slam dunk win for Mr. Brand, and good for him. He should. If this is all nonsense, if these texts are fake and this is a coordinated attack and this is all bullshit, then he absolutely should have every right. Him and his agents and his team should be suing this network to kingdom come. That's what I believe. So I'm immediately trying to give this outlet, after spending 4 years, a little bit more of the benefit of the doubt to assume they looked at the phone. And in fact, it turns out they did. They did look at the phone. Now, this piece came out again. There was a second article that came out, which I'll link as well. And in that second article from the Times, where they detail Nadia's story more, they put together a much cleaner image. Now, I want you to look at this image. I'm sorry, that was crazy. Now, this is after apparently he blocked her. He had his way after she didn't want to. He then didn't do it safely. All this sort of happens, and this text message exchange comes in where he writes her at 3 a.m, pretty much confirming the story. I'm sorry, that was crazy and selfish. I hope you can forgive me. I know that you're a lovely person. You scared the S out of me. You're right, I'm a lovely person. And for you to take advantage of me like that is unexpectable. You clearly, she's just still bothered. You have, that's not unacceptable. You have a problem. You need help. It's dangerous that you think you can get your own way all the time. Do you know how scary you are with that glaze, that look that comes over you? When a girl says no, it means no. Do I have to go and get myself tested? Last time you asked me, this or no. When I say yes, that doesn't mean it's optional. You don't have the best reputation. I pride myself on being safe and trying to make the right decisions. Obviously, this was a bad one. I'm so disappointed. I'm very sorry. You don't need to get tested. I will make this up to you somehow with live and kindness. Not my original idea, which was more X. You've been lovely to me, and I'm embarrassed by my behavior. Sorry. Will you ever forgive me? After she ignored him for a while, he wrote again, will you ever forgive me? Look, that's damning, man. Now, a lot of people are like, oh, but it's the test. That's for the pregnancy test. She didn't do anything else. False. If you go and read the article, which I've told you to do, she then also went to a nearby treatment center, UCLA, and shared the full treatment records with the reporters. Treatment records took samples, which are still frozen. There was an officer from the LAPD that was alerted. According to the notes, she chose not to make a police report, saying the center At the center, she didn't think my words would mean anything against his. The notes also state that she was worried that if the name somehow was released, then her name will be dragged through the dirt. She then went through therapy for 5 months. And during those sessions, she contemplated criminal or civil proceedings, ultimately deciding against it. However, she wrote Brand a letter, hoping to regain some of her power in the process, her note said, and she said she sent it to his house. Now, look, this is a lot more evidence than just the text. This is a lot of evidence, detailed notes, a kit. She did it right afterwards. She went, her friends took her there, she talked to police, talked to it, but she was scared. And honestly, looking at the internet, I can't blame her. What does a victim need nowadays when this happens, when an R happens, what do they need? And I can't say I'm not surprised. We live now in a world where everyone's a victim. Everyone over-exaggerates their claims. We have Amber Heards in the world, but not everybody is Amber Heard. And now because of Amber Heard, we treat everybody like it's Amber Heard. And it's tough because I've been through it. I know others have been through it. Like there are people who lie, men and women who lie or exaggerate or change the story to make themselves bigger victims. When in reality, like what if this woman's telling the truth? And he did that against her will. That is messed up. And then she has a text that pretty much says it. She went to get the kit. She does all this stuff to prove that a crime, not just a perversion, not just a, confusion. No, a crime committed. And not only are we defending him, but they're attacking her. It's wild. And I want to share this quick clip here just to show you what I mean. Hosts go to war over shameful defense of Russell Brand live on TV. Watch this clip of two from GB News going at it.
You're a hero, Lapart.
Let me tell you why he's winning. He's winning because he is a man who generates his own content under his own speed, under his own expense.
Yeah,
he is a threat to all of these newspapers.
The ones that you write for when you can.
I love newspapers.
Right.
Don't get me wrong. I love this industry.
So that's more important than these allegations by these women.
Why now?
No,
why now?
It's taken 4 years. It's taken 4 years for this.
And that's all they've got. Why didn't those women go to the police? Why haven't they gone to the police now?
Well, the allegations, they're increasing in their number, and I guarantee to you this is going to be a huge investigation, a huge story, and I'm astonished that you leapt to his defence before you can have
any of his content in the last 3 years. You have no idea who he is now. You have no idea what he represents.
Had you watched the Dispatches show when you put that tweet out on Saturday morning?
No, but that doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't matter.
There was nothing
you hadn't even seen the Dispatches programme when you put out he is a hero. You hadn't even seen the Dispatches programme.
I mean, he's got a point. Doesn't look good. Why are we labeling him a hero? Like, look, I can understand you don't want to believe the accusers. Okay. We can't make you do that, right? I don't know. I wasn't there. But to call him a hero? What if he did it? Like, we got to be careful here. I don't know. I think this does a disservice to Johnny Depp. And I'm not just going to come and defend the dude, which I think is what everyone's expecting me to do. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to hear everything out and come up with my own opinion based on the evidence, which I implore you to do as well. And you have the right to believe what you want. But to see so many people out there defending him when there's just clear examples already out there that make me uncomfortable.
I can undo your bra just like this.
Like, dude, you had an era in your life where you were addicted to stuff, substances. You replaced that substance apparently with another thing. Don't be so quick to just say, oh, impossible, nothing. And then the other evidence the only evidence I've seen so far is here's a woman who comes forward and tries to expose the media by saying, well, they didn't use my story because it didn't fit their narrative. And yes, that is a tactic that these articles sometimes do, 100%. However, this article was clearly about people who were R'd by Russell. What are we supposed to put in every good relationship he had too? Just because he R'd some people doesn't mean he didn't always do it every date. So I don't know if this is like evidence to me that it's that it's a hit piece. This has nothing to do with the pieces they're talking about. They're trying to focus on the negative ones, clearly. In this instance, people who actually have proof or action. And then beyond that, so that's just not proof. I'm still waiting. Apparently, even more are coming forward. Since this came forward, several women have come forward to Sunday Times with more. Now, I don't know what that means. Again, I'm not here to condemn or defend him at this point because I don't know what's going on. All I know is it seems like this is definitely something we should all take a pause and take seriously. That's what I think. This idea that, well, this is blurry, so therefore it's nonsense. They're liars. Dude, the article itself says it quite clearly. And in the second piece that was just written today, she never deleted the text messages that they exchanged on her or her call records. She had photographs of the medicines that she had been prescribed. And obviously we have all these notes. This was also alluded to in the first article. Now, guys, I want you to do a quick test. I want you to find someone on your phone, especially if you have an iPhone. I don't know how it works with not, but assuming this is an iPhone, go back and find look up a contact of yours from several years ago. Like someone you haven't talked to in at least 10 years. Find someone you haven't talked to in 10 years. See if you have old texts. And sure enough, I did it. And I got old texts from people from 2010, 2009, 2011. They're still there. They're still there. I can only assume when she says she never deleted it and this reporter's putting all of the thing out there, those images that we saw were just recreations. And yes, they confirmed it. Now, they could have done a better screenshot, etc. Maybe she didn't want to do it that way. I don't know. But to just immediately discredit it out the gate when the reality is this could very much easily be verified, and maybe they're baiting him. Maybe they want him to deny it so they can then show it. I don't know. All I know is this isn't the case of promiscuity. I don't care how many people he sleeps with. I don't care how many side chicks he has. I don't care about what weird perversions the dude has. What people do in private, consensually, is none of my damn business. It's none of our business. What two consenting adults do behind closed doors, none of my damn business. And if you want to go be with a celebrity, be prepared to know that they're probably going to move on to somebody else. That's just the reality of this. What my problem in this case and why I want to make sure we're being careful in this, these are allegations of R and SA. And that's a crime. And that's different, guys. Of course he sleeps around. We all knew that about Russell Brand. That was his thing. But you need permission to sleep around. You need to ask permission. Did he all the time? That's what's currently up for debate. I don't know the answers. I'm not going to make any right or wrong because I see enough here to make me pause and wait. If he's got evidence to discredit it, great, bring it. Bring it, dude. At this point, I think he needs to. Bring it. Because he says he has it. He's offered it. Great. Let's see it then. That's what I'm waiting for. Now, are more people going to come forward? Apparently, it's too long to do criminal charges, so more people would have to come forward, a la Danny Masterson. Will that happen? Who knows? Stay tuned. But all I know is this one's going to be divided. And even me sort of more on the fence, calling him out a bit, I think is going to get flack. And I don't know why, because due process should go both ways. And more often than not, I'm like, well, there's no evidence. This person's credibility shot. Okay, moving on. Great. But it is a problem that I don't know the person's identities. The anonymousness doesn't help. However, that's their right. And seeing how the internet reacts, I can see why these people didn't want to come forward and name their names. People are aggressive out there, and it's scary. What does someone do when they've actually been R'd and they have a text? They have the kit. They have the therapy notes for months. And then people are just going to immediately rush to attack and discredit them. It's scary, man. It is a scary place for it, and I don't know the answers. But I'm curious what you guys think. Do you think I'm off base? Do you think I'm being more fair? I'd love to hear your thoughts down below. Before you do that, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell for alerts, smash that thumbs up, and leave a comment down below. Did a crime occur? Is there enough here to wonder if a crime occurred? Should that prompt us all to be a little bit more careful in this instance? What do you think? Let me know down below. We got lots more coming. And yes, we'll be delving into this topic a little bit more. Thanks so much for watching and stay tuned for more.